What really drives us to do what we do? Is it the promise of a paycheck, the fear of punishment, or something deeper and more meaningful? Imagine if everything you thought you knew about motivation was turned on its head. Why do some people achieve greatness while others settle for mediocrity, even when both are given the same external rewards? What if the secret to unlocking true potential lay not in carrots and sticks, but in tapping into something more profound? Welcome to a world where intrinsic motivation reigns supreme, where autonomy, mastery, and purpose are the fuel for human achievement. Are you ready to challenge everything you know about what makes us get up in the morning? Let's dive into drive. What motivates us in the modern world? For centuries, human behavior was understood through a simple framework of rewards and punishments. This carrot-and-stick approach has been the foundation of schools, workplaces, and even parenting. But as the world has evolved, this model has shown its cracks. In Drive, the concept of motivation is reimagined for the 21st century, revealing that our deepest drivers are not external, but internal. The core idea of drive is simple yet revolutionary. Human beings are wired for autonomy, mastery, and purpose. These intrinsic motivators are far more effective than traditional external incentives like money, grades, or fear of punishment. While external rewards can work for straightforward tasks, they fail, or even backfire, when applied to more creative or cognitively demanding activities. Let's explore how these intrinsic drivers reshape our understanding of motivation. The problem with carrots and sticks. The traditional motivation model, called Motivation 2.0, assumes that humans are like machines. We respond predictably to rewards and punishments. If you want someone to work harder, you simply dangle a bigger reward. If you want them to stop a bad behavior, you threaten them with punishment. And for simple, repetitive tasks, this approach works reasonably well. For example, offering bonuses to factory workers for each widget they produce can boost productivity. But when tasks require creativity, critical thinking, or innovation, this approach falls apart. Why? Because external rewards narrow our focus. They encourage us to think only about the prize, rather than the broader possibilities of a task. Worse, these rewards can undermine intrinsic motivation, the natural drive to do something for its own sake. For example, paying someone to play a sport they love can make them enjoy it less over time. This phenomenon, known as the over-justification effect, shows how external incentives can crowd out genuine passion. The rise of motivation 3.0. To thrive in today's complex and fast-changing world, we need a new operating system for motivation, what the book calls Motivation 3.0. This system is built around three critical elements: autonomy, mastery, and purpose. 1. Autonomy, the freedom to choose. People are most motivated when they feel in control of their own lives. Autonomy means having the freedom to decide what to work on, how to do it, when to do it, and whom to do it with. When individuals are micromanaged or forced into rigid systems, their creativity and engagement plummet. Companies like Google and Atlassian have embraced this principle by giving employees 20% time, dedicated hours to work on any project they're passionate about. The result? Groundbreaking innovations like Gmail and Google Maps. Autonomy fosters ownership and sparks creativity, empowering people to do their best work. 2. Mastery, the joy of getting better. Humans are naturally wired to seek improvement. Mastery is about the joy of learning, the satisfaction of progress, and the pursuit of excellence. However, mastery is never easy. It requires effort, patience, and resilience. The key to achieving mastery is a mindset shift. People who embrace challenges as opportunities to grow, rather than threats to their abilities, are more likely to achieve their goals. This is why fostering a growth mindset is so important. Mastery is not a destination, but a journey, and the satisfaction comes from the process itself. 3. Purpose, the desire to contribute to something bigger. The final pillar of Motivation 3.0 is purpose. People want to feel that their work matters. When they believe they're contributing to a cause greater than themselves, their motivation skyrockets. Organizations that prioritize purpose over profit often outperform their competitors. For example, companies like Patagonia and Tom's Shoes focus on environmental sustainability and social impact, inspiring employees and customers alike. Purpose is the why behind what we do, and it gives our work meaning. The science behind intrinsic motivation. The ideas in Drive are not just philosophical musings. They are backed by decades of research. Studies consistently show that intrinsic motivators lead to better performance, creativity, and well-being. For example, one famous experiment found that children who were rewarded for drawing spent less time drawing in the future compared to those who were not rewarded. Why? Because the reward turned a fun, self-driven activity into a chore. Similarly, research in workplaces reveals that employees who feel a strong sense of autonomy, mastery, and purpose are more productive and engaged. They are also less likely to burn out, compared to those who are motivated solely by external rewards like paychecks or promotions. Rethinking motivation in the real world. How can we apply these principles to everyday life? Whether you're a manager, teacher, parent, or individual, there are practical ways to foster intrinsic motivation. In the workplace. Instead of relying on financial bonuses, give employees more control over their work. Encourage them to pursue passion projects and provide opportunities for skill development. Align company goals with a larger purpose to inspire a sense of meaning. In education, move away from grades and standardized tests as the sole measures of success. Create environments where students can explore their interests, take ownership of their learning, and experience the joy of discovery. In parenting, focus less on rewards and punishments and more on nurturing curiosity and self-discipline. Encourage children to pursue their passions, even if those paths don't lead to conventional success. For yourself, reflect on your own goals and motivations. Are you chasing external rewards, or are you driven by a deeper sense of purpose? Find activities that bring you joy and challenge you to grow, and make time for them in your life. The new rules of motivation. The shift from external to internal motivation reflects the changing nature of work, education, and society. In a world where creativity and innovation are increasingly valuable, the old carrot-and-stick model is no longer enough. By embracing autonomy, mastery, and purpose, we can unlock our full potential and live more fulfilling lives. Motivation isn't about doing what you're told. It's about doing what matters. So, what's driving you? Are you chasing carrots, dodging sticks, or tapping into something deeper? Could autonomy, mastery, and purpose be the keys to unlocking your best self? What would happen if you stopped working for rewards and started working for meaning? As you reflect on these questions, don't forget, the power to change your motivation and your life rests within you. And now, are you ready to dive into more life-changing ideas? Hit subscribe to BitBooks. Because the next big idea is just one click away. What's driving you to keep learning? Let's find out together.